Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? We'll be starting here shortly. I'm just sharing some links, getting things ready, getting my favorite hot beverage. So those of y'all who know me know what that is. It's coffee. Also, y'all can see we're starting to move up in the world. We've got some background music going. Compliments of Alvin Risk. But we will be getting started here shortly. Alright, so let's do it. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. This is your favorite bot, Putinbot. I am rocking this stylish NRA t-shirt. Just finished drinking some nice hot coffee, which is exactly what the doctor ordered. Got to admit, I am pleased. It's a good life. The mother-in-law is here visiting. I am blessed. Not only do I have a fantastic wife, but I have a fantastic mother-in-law to go along with it. And I guess now we'll just hop on into the stream, shall we? So a little bit has changed on my account since the last time that we got together. Shout out to Rizzo the Legend. I finally got 4 sacred shards. Let me move my fat head out of the way, that way you can see it. Let's come over to the corner. It's a better place, right? I finally have 4 sacreds. I went all in for Drain. I burned over 2,000 mystery shards. And I have decided I am not going to go after any more fusions for the foreseeable future. I just don't have the resources for it. So I'm just going to be waiting. I'll be saving my shards for a guaranteed legendary that comes along that I want to get. Speaking of legendaries, let me show you all this. Yeah, Summer Splash Bundle, I don't care. I finally got my most wanted non-void legendary champion. I finally got a Duchess. I finally got a Duchess, and I was a complete idiot. I was not recording when I pulled her. I was going through the champion chase for Drang. I was buying shards, and on my 11th shard, my 11th ancient, nowhere near Mercy, nowhere near Pity, Duchess comes walking out. Now she's not fully booked. Her A1, I get 2 more books there. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Her A3, her A2 is booked, but her A3 is missing all of its cooldowns. So I am dependent on the clan boss to start giving me some more of what I need. Remove myself. Second team. I've also finally got Mythrala. Finally, the most hated content, at least for me anyway, in Raid Shadow Legends is the Hydra. I know some people really enjoy the Hydra. I don't. I personally hate her. I hate fighting the thing. I think that the content is needlessly long. I don't like that you have to manual it, and I don't like it. I guess that's enough to say. But I do like this champion. Let me go and show y'all her total stats. She is pretty much on all of my Doom Tower teams now. I love her Petrification. I run her instead of Harvest Jack now in most places, and very satisfied with her. Accuracy is decent, resist is decent. Of course, those two things add together makes her a menace in the arena. She's what makes my Go Second team viable. I'm able to go through, and I'll show y'all a couple of runs on that baby. But then though, I started running into a problem. And any of y'all who've been watching my channel for any length of time, y'all know for a fact that Contra has been my carry for 2 years. My entire team crawls on her back. I rely on her passive, and then I just have to go through and then just deal with the problems as they come along, and then deny the enemy a turn. Mythrala does that in spades with her Petrification debuff. I mean, they lose a turn, they lose their buffs, and then they can't get buffs added to them. So then that leaves me with a dilemma. What am I going to do with Contra if I no longer need her for control? The answer is I have rebuilt Contra to be a nuker. So I want to see, can Contra hit? And is she going to be viable for a defensive-based nuker as opposed to attack-based nuker? Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that attack-based champions are going to hit harder. That's just a fact of life. But they fall over really, really easy, so there's no staying power. And if I'm running Duchess, that's a problem because her res is on a 6-turn cooldown. Well, if Contra could take a hit, it's less likely she's going to need to be picked up. Also, Contra has a self-healing mechanic and damage mitigation, and the ability to reduce enemy accuracy all in her kit. So let me just show y'all how I've got her going here. Now, I'm not going to BS you and tell you that this build is God tier. It's not. A lot of my defensive gear, unfortunately, is lacking in terms of crit damage. And y'all are about to see that here. Total stats for Contra, 206 accuracy. It is low. Sacrifices had to be made. For her, it was her accuracy. Now, I will show y'all her mastery, so it's not as bad as it looks right here, but she's not the monster that she was prior to this in terms of just raw stats. Hit points is just under 49,000. Defense went down by 3k. She was pushing, well, not that much. She was pushing over 6,000 defense. Now she's at 4,600. 223 speed, a bit slow, 101 crit rate, and crit damage is 241. Again, a bit low, but I'm working with what I've got. I've got her 2 speed sets and 2 broken sets, crit damage gloves, defense chest with crit rate and speed, Got some crit damage on it as well. These shoes with the crit rate is really nice. Then the 5-star shield, that will be replaced as soon as possible. Then this helmet. And then, of course, the weapon, going for more crit rate. So I guess what we'll do is that we'll jump into Dragon 20. And we're doing this, I forgot to show y'all her masteries. I'm sorry, my bad. Let me go back. I've got her in support, and I've got her in offense. I'm gone down to War Master. I'm undecided. I might maybe change this to Giant Slayer. I'm undecided. If I'm able to get her going faster, y'all tell me. In the comments down below, y'all let me know what y'all think would be better. Staying with War Master or go with Giant Slayer. Then we got Methodical. Force Contrast to double hitter on her A1. Bring it down. I wish I could standard Clan Boss build, really. But I've gone down to Master Hexer. And I'm just picking up accuracy wherever I'm able to get it. Swarm Smiter, Lore of Steel, and then coming down here. And this is completely, unscripted. This is me swinging. That's what we're able to do. What can we throw together? Right now, I've got some time. The family, they're out running the streets. I finally got some alone time, so I'm able to do some streaming. Able to spend it here with y'all. Let's go into Ice Gold. Yeah, this is Ice Gold improvement. I need some more coffee. That's what's going on here. I had to get up at 3:30 this morning to get ready to get some things done for work, and it was interesting. Let's go with Contra in the lead. We'll need a defense up for damage. The only one I really have built right now is Mithrala. Go with Ninja for the win condition against... Actually, no, we won't. I want to see how Contra does against the waves. We'll go with Dark Kale. And we'll use Thylesia for the defense down. And then we'll just use Dark Kale against the dragon. So let's see how this works. I'm going to slow it down some. The stuns out. Don't need the strengthen. Let's go here with the Hex. Contra's got the defense up. Defense down. That's A1. Decent, so call it 60k. Not bad. Just go ahead and A1 this guy. Let's go ahead and extend the duration of these debuffs. Y'all, if y'all have Thylesia, take her on the ball. Build her out. Okay, let's see how the A2 works. That's a triple hitter. Yeah, I mean, she's slapping. I'm the first one to admit these are not Doom Tower mobs with just a billion defense. I get it. But if someone has Contra and they're earlier in the game, would she be viable as a nuker? That's what I want to look at. Is she viable as a defensive-based nuker? right now, I'm having to say yes. Let's go ahead and do the defense up again. A2 is down, of course. That was without the defense down. So let's see, Dark Kale. So 30K, that's what we'll call it. And for those of you who don't know, you get Dark Kale from Doom Tower normal secret rooms. Let's go ahead and A1. Yeah, she's smacking. Let's go ahead and do Kale's A2. That was a good solid smack. The biggest problem with this build I've got Contra in right now is that she's too slow. Okay, let's do the AoE. Her multipliers on her A2 are not that great, from what I'm able to see. Dark Kale is definitely hitting harder with his A2 than Contra is, but Contra brings so much more with the damage mitigation and the chance to evoke the enemy. It's just defense up. Just going to auto it. The defense down, we got the poisons up. Then we'll jump over into Ice Golem. Really, I think I want to try out Fire Knight first. Because I used Contra for a really long time in my Fire Knight teams just to help beat the waves down. But she was in a purely defensive build just to be a tank, just to keep the Screecher people alive. You know, thinking about it, this is something I'm gonna have to try doing. Running her with Doom Screech. So for those of y'all who don't have Mithrala, Doom Screech is a void rare who has a big version of defense up and a turn meter boost. So for earlier game, that's definitely going to be a bigger, a more accessible champion to get. Let's see, so Contra did 1 million damage. Dark Kale outdamaged her a little bit, not surprising with his poisons against the dragon. But all of his damage came from the dragon. Contra's actually came from the wave. How am I doing? Let's go into Fire Knight. We should do Fire Knight 20. I'm just doing Sage 20, folks, because I don't want to bore y'all with a 2-hour run. Contra, we got our defense down. We've got Allure. We got Blind Seer. She will be our res, and we'll just go with Cold Heart again. I do believe. We'll go with Cold Heart. How does Contra do in a nuke build on a neutral affinity wave? I think she's faster than my Deacon. Okay, we're going to redo this. We're going to finish this run. We're going to take Deacon out. We're going to put Thylesia back in. So it looked like Contra hit before Deacon went, and then slap those mobs without a defense down, which is not ideal. Her A1 hits. We go here through the second wave, getting through the nukes. Defense down. Okay, let's see what happens here. And then what we'll do is we'll go into Doom Tower, we'll test it out. Because the big thing is, I realize that Contra is never going to hit as hard as an attack-based nuker. I get that. But I need to find a new role for her because Mithara is who I'm using right now mostly for control. So that means Contra needs to be repurposed as a DPS machine. Her A1 hits, her A1 steals buffs. She's able to bring in added control with her A2. So she's a nuke that's able to do some control. It's just the gear that I have her in is not fantastic. I'm going to have to go through and see if I have anything else that I have that might make it a little bit more viable. Really, I need to get her crit damage up to about 300%. Right now it's a bit low. Oh yeah, no, definitely running my second Cold Heart, this run ought to be over. But what I'm thinking about is that people who are earlier in the game and they're trying to run double duty, if they have Contra the Cyclone, can they run her as a support who can tank but who can also DPS? I can already tell you, if you watch my previous videos, y'all already know Contra is one of the best tanks in the game. She can take a hit. What I'm trying to determine though is how hard can I make her hit? And I mean, she's doing decent. You know, here, Neutral Affinity, she did 1,000,000 damage. Let's take him out. Let's go in with Thylesia. We got Thylesia in a stun set. We're not running a defense up on this team. So I think that's really going to be fine. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how much more damage Contra's able to do now. It's going to be about the same. See right here, we got some provokes out. The lure, of course, takes a nap, which is fine. That's what Blind Seer's here for. Now, on this team, it's actually two of my firsts. Contra was my first legendary that I got. Blind Seer was the first Void legendary that I ever pulled. I really enjoy the champion. I like her kit. And I just want to make sure that I'm able to keep her viable running the majority of content, even though as far as a disruptor champion goes, I have some better options. Smack, smack. Got the turn meter down. Oh, one thing that I want to try out too is how hard can Rule the Huntmaster hit me? Because I got Rule back in the Fusion when he came out last year, and I was underwhelmed with him. I'll be completely honest with y'all. I thought he was just a trash champion. Even after I built him out, got him his masteries, booked him, I was not impressed. So that's an idea. Let's compare Contra the Cyclone's damage to Rule the Huntmaster. Now this would be a little bit unfair because Rule is strong affinity here. Just Plarium, they are desperate trying to find a way to give Hex a home in this game. Okay, that was impressive. He just blew up the wave. But he can't do that again for another 3 turns. So the question is, how is this going to work? The debuff spread. Yeah, Rule's actually hitting now. Thing about Rule the Huntmaster, he is squishy. I'm not running a Cold Heart here. So I need control. I need a lure to do what she's going to do. I really want Contra to give me that slow debuff on the boss. Rule just hit the boss for 100k. Okay, Contra just gave us the slow. See up here. Fun place to test them, I think, is probably going to be in Doom Tower. We'll hop over there next. It's taking a little bit of time, a little over 2 minutes. We got through it though. So Contra came in with just under 1 million damage. Rule came in at 1.4. So he definitely hit harder. Let me go and show you all the build I have on Rule. As y'all can see, I've got him in 3 pieces of Cruel. Bit slow, 195 speed. Crit rate is a little low, is at 97%. Crit damage is at 215. His accuracy is at 116. But what's nice about Rule is that he does give himself that accuracy buff. And whenever I'm running him in Doom Tower, I'll have someone with a accuracy aura in the lead. Most likely Mithrala. Let's go into Doom Tower. We're steadily climbing it, folks. Floor 89. This would be a good floor to try to rule on. Let's take Contra out. Let's put Rule in. The concern that I have, I said, is that Duchess, her res is not booked, so it's on a 6-turn cooldown. Yumiko does help with that, thankfully. Mithrala is going to help us with the Hex. Also is going to give us the accuracy buff, or the accuracy aura. So I don't really need Rule to place his... I don't need Rule to place his Hex. Mithrala is doing that for us already. Duchess got hit in the face. Unfortunately, Mountain Kings are petrified. They'll be petrified to take less damage. But Rule did hit hard. The thing's going to be interesting, though. Is how is this going to work versus a defensive-based nuke? And how much damage is Rule going to do with this petrification? Yeah, nothing. Petrification really just dampens your overall damage that you're able to put in. Use a bomb champion. Yeah, I've got Gaius. I've got it built, but he is an arena specialist. Now let's see how this goes. Got the cooldowns back, put them on cooldown. We got the Hex up. We got the accuracy up buff. Duchess is tanking like a champ. She's probably going to die. Okay, so he was able to chunk 3 of them. That's impressive. I was running Rule before when I was playtesting them. I was running them in Savage. And I'll be honest with you, I was not impressed. Having them in 3 pieces of Cruel was doing some work. But I think I might still end up, at least for the time being, because I've got Duchess built right now in a Go Second Arena build. I think I might keep running Blind Seer on these runs. She's just what I've got her built, she's just simply tankier. She could take the hit better. Okay, there goes Rule. This is probably where the run's going to fall apart at. Yep, we're done. And that's a good game. Duchess could not do it. We just got plastered. Now we're going to do the same team. I'm going to take Duchess out. Put Blind Seer back in. Now let's test it with Contra. Now I understand Contra is not going to be able to do as much damage as Rule was doing. But what I want to do though is see, is Contra able to help with control and just help chunk these things. Blind Seer's bringing us in the turn meter. In all fairness, Dilesia is probably going to be a better option here with Contra than what Lydia is, because Contra scales off of her debuffs. The more debuffs I have, the more control I've got. And Contra, unfortunately, is a little bit slow in this DPS build I've got her in. So Rule is clearing them faster. Got the petrification up. And I think that Rule is just simply going to be superior. Let's just go ahead and end this. And I'm telling you, with Raid Shadow Legends, theory crafting is the majority of what goes into this. What works, what doesn't. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's go in with Rule again. That's not Rule. Okay, let's see how this goes. So at least right now, where I see Contra being used is if I need a defensive-based nuker who's able to stay alive against enemies that can just one-shot fragile attack-based nukers. Yeah, Rule's just bodying these things. What I like about Rule, because before I had Mithrala, is he was a hybrid build. I had to have him with enough accuracy to land his hex. He has to take an extra turn before he's able to actually nuke. Now that doesn't matter. I can run him with no accuracy at all and then just dump him full of attack. And this build isn't even really that great. He's just doing some work. The way my Duchess is currently, I would need to run her with the second Reser or at least a healer of some kind, because in the gear that she's currently in, she just simply cannot stay alive. There's Yumiko giving us the setup. We got the accuracy up buff. There's Leah tanking again, doing what she does best, I guess. He killed 2 of them, nearly killed 4 of them. I'll be the first one to admit that Blind Seer has the better gear on my account than Duchess. That's because they're built to do 2 different things. Blind Seer is built to keep my teams alive for situations just like this. Whereas Duchess, I've got her built with high resist. Now let's see what happens. As of course we get in with all of our skills on cooldown. And we get control of the fight again. Got the res back. You got some shields, you got some defense. We're back into this. Will Rule get to go before he dies? That's the question. I honestly don't know. Nope, he's going to fall down. See, that's where Contra's going to come in handy. Because that she's just not going to just fall over like that. We just don't have enough control. Okay, so now Rule needs to take another turn. But I think we've got this now. As soon as Rule goes, Yeah, see, and I mean, we're back in this thing. Now, Rule here did a lot less damage because of damage mitigation, but I can tell y'all, without that petrification debuff that we were getting from Mithral, this run would have wiped. There goes Lydia down into the dirt again. Okay, so now it's just the two Mountain Kings left, and now it's just a matter of time. I don't know, I mean, y'all tell me. With this run, with this wave, do y'all think that Contra would have been a better option than Rule? Rule hits harder, but Rule spent half of this fight in the dirt. But Rule did help us get through the other two parts of the waves, the other two waves quicker than what Contra could have done. And now we'll just go and blow up a spider. We'll just cleanse this. I'm not going to do all the keys on this spider right now. I just want to just get through and just chunk it. I have never cleared Doom Tower hard. This will be a first for me if I'm able to do it. I'm working on Urgos to Soul Cage. And I have fully booked out my second Burgess. I have a third one. Probably end up building him out. That way, go against the Scarab King, I'll just 3-man him. Now let's see what happens here. Mausoleum Mage, I need you to do your thing, or we're all going to die. Something on the preset. Okay, so that's a fail. Got there and none of our cleanses were up. So something went horribly wrong with the presets. See what happened here. Use Skyle for what you do. Rolla. Vista opener. And for some reason it saved my presets before, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's try this again, because everything that could have went wrong did. But you know, it would not be a Putinbot stream if everything just worked perfectly the first time around, right? And we just go through, chunk the spider, let the spiderlings kill their mom, and then just walk right on through. No, that's not how Putinbot does things. Now, the first thing we do is that we nuke ourselves into oblivion. Makes perfect sense. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Okay, let's try this again. And for those of y'all who are getting close to getting Mithrala, she puts dealing with the garbage that is the Hydra worth it. She's a great champion. I'm going to put it to y'all this way. She changes my account as much as Yumiko did, but in a different way. Okay, we got the poisons cleared off. And naturally, we get the hit point burn resisted. That's going to make life a bit more interesting here. Because I need Geomancer's hit point burn up to kill the mother spider. I also need to make sure that the debuff bar up here isn't so full when we get there. There we go. Okay, now we're back in business. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, Geo, do your thing. Geomancer's so broken. I don't know why he's not a legendary champion. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad he's not. I'm glad he's not. But he definitely should be. Heal reduction back up. Now we'll just start frying Mom. Hey, the champion I'm really looking forward to get is the next Doom Tower normal epic champion, Taya. Because you've run her with Yumiko, Yumiko deflects all these poisons back on the mom, and then Taya just detonates them. That's going to be fun to see. Now the spiderlings are dead. That's not what we want to have happen. That's okay. The mama spider's dead. That's what's important. Geomancer comes through for us. And that's a good game. Let's just keep on going. Five-star chicken sounds like a plan. Here's something that could be fun to try out. 2 crisps. Now this is going to work because I've got the free champion Yannicka, and she's free from the marketplace and the clan shop. And for those of y'all who don't know, Yannicka attacks all enemies, ignores shield buffs, removes the shield buffs from the target to this champion's under a veil, then deals extra damage equal to 50% of the value of the removed shield. Well, on that wave, and they're in the Doom Tower, they're rocking crisps. Not one of them, but 2 of them. And so she'll open up with her A1, attacks one enemy, places a perfect veil on this champion for 3 turns. If the attack is critical, grants an extra turn. Well, that's not going to be a problem. The thing is, though, my accuracy is way too low, so I'm not sure if she'll be able to remove that shield, and she doesn't have all of her masteries yet, as y'all can obviously see. I'm intrigued. Let's try it. This is probably going to fail on our face, but hey, what can you do, right? It's all about pushing Doom Tower. They're going to see if Contra is able to deal with more tanking and nuking. Answer that question is yes. But the gear I'm in is not really giving her a solid chance of proving. Okay, Yannicka, let's see what you're able to do. So we're getting an accuracy boost from the Thrala. Will it be enough? Will it be enough? Can Yannicka do this? Extra turn, moves the shield, and she did some decent damage there. Pretty good for someone who's not even built out all the way yet. Yo, I need a seer. If I had a seer, life would be easy street. I wouldn't be having to go through all these shenanigans. But at least for the time being, the raid gods who decreed, Putinbot, you're not going to get a seer. So you got to deal with these OP champions with their OP defense and their god tier health pools and find a way to deal with it. Yannicka did help. I mean, she slapped, she pulled the shield off. That way I don't need to run a stripper on the team because she brings that in already. Rule would have a hard time because he'd be punching through the shield. Yeah, this is... Will this team work? Sure, but it would be a 10-minute run. I think running Venomage or Dark Tail in here with Contra, just provoking the crap out of them would just make this run quicker. Especially as Yannicka's weak affinity here. They got for poisons, right? And the last crystal's petrified. I'm gonna manual this, that way we just blow all of our A1s, which we just... Okay, this is gonna make things a bit more interesting. Wasn't so bad. At least we had some of our skills up before we got through. See, this is just going to take forever. So let's end this. Let's go ahead and try it with Rule. And then we're going to try it again with Contra. See how this works. Now we don't have a strip, so that first nuke that Rule's going to do isn't going to do a whole lot of good. Of course, he's going to spend his first turn just buffing his accuracy, which is, you know, whatever. So let's see here. The nuke should come in next turn. Rule's also weak affinity. Get some of these. That is manual. And Rule's dead. Blind Seer's about to die. Okay, we're back in it now. We got Blind Seer in Immortal, so she's able to regenerate some health. So we're going to end this. So we know this will work. It's just going to take forever. Actually, Blind Seer might still go down. So if that happened, it would be a fail. So now, let's try it with Contra the Cyclone. These are the waves I want to see. How will Contra do as a nuke-based, as a defense-based nuker? Or would it just simply take forever still?
Time to stretch. Go for a walk. Follow friends.
Thank you, Alexa. Appreciate that. So can Contra do it? Yes, she can. It's going to be slow. Now, the flip side of this is that this run is not in any jeopardy at all. In addition to DPS that Contra is bringing, look at all the control that we have. It would just take absolutely forever. And the good side about this is that the enemy will never, ever get to take a turn. Just go all the way through. But Doom Tower Hard, I guess one thing to kind of keep in mind is that, I mean, it's a marathon. It is not a sprint. Instead of something that is fair to recall. Just got out of the way. I was going to try and see if I could steal one of those shields, but we really don't need one. Basically, I just need to have a way to control the enemy while dealing damage to them. Instead of bringing in Lydia, Venomage would make a lot more sense. That way I'm just stacking poisons. Or Dark Tail, so use Contra how she is right now. Just in a pseudo nuke build. Dark Tail is able to extend the duration of debuffs. Plus she's throwing out the poisons. Plus he's able to detonate poisons using his A1. It's going to be interesting. Because not everyone has a seer. I mean, that's obvious right here. If I had a seer, this would already be over. We'd already be chunking right on through. Almost 5 minutes in. Yeah, no, it's slow. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit it. It is slow. That's true. I mean, Rule does ignore defense. So I think that Lydia here is actually our weakest link. We just don't need her. Let's end this. Let's take Lydia out. Let's edit the team. Let's put in Contra. So Rule ignores defense. Contra's in here slapping. Lydia's not really bringing anything to the table as far as debuffs go, except for the defense down. Now, are we able to control the enemy to keep Rule up? If the answer is yes, then I think we've got something good going. Don't think Rule's going to be the answer. Rule is not going to be the answer. So what we're going to do is bring in Contra. Let's go to Venomage. Venomage is going to give us the debuffs that we're going to need to help control these things while Contra slaps them. We're not running a defense down. There we go. Then we got Provokes for days. And now we can just burn them down. See here. Yumiko's down, it's no big problem. Blind Seer's there to pick her up. We got Provokes for days, we got poisons. what would be interesting to see would be if Dark Kale would be better for this than Venomage is. Because he can detonate the poisons and he can extend the duration of all the debuffs, allowing Contra to capture the enemy. As you see, this team doesn't have any healing. All the heals are based completely off the shields. It's all about mitigation. Hopefully all of our skills are on cooldown. They are. They'll make life a bit hectic. Okay, we're back in this thing. As soon as we start getting these debuffs up, we'll get control of this fight. So I think situations like this is where Contra being in a nuke build really makes a lot of sense. Y'all saw it on the previous couple of attempts. He tried with Rule. Rule just stayed in the dirt. He wasn't able to stay up. Contra is helping to bring us control. Plus, I've got her built where she's hitting decently hard. She's not the majority of our damage for sure. Venomage is the one taking care of that particular problem. But I think instead of Venomage, I really do think that Dark Kale would be the better option here. Well, no, it's because Dark Kale, in addition to extending the duration of debuffs, he also gives an attack down, which helps. But the big thing is that with his A1, he can just instantly activate 2 poisons with his A1. This gives you more damage. Problem is, I don't have my Dark Kale's masteries yet. I need to farm a metric ton of masteries, which is what I'm going to be doing instead of fusions here for the next probably month or 2. Now here's where things are going to get dicey. All of our skills are on cooldown. Because naturally everyone used all their skills on the last wave, but we came through. We got the petrification debuffs up. We're back in the fight. We're about to get a cleanse, about to start getting our poisons out. Yeah. I think this worked. This works well. Blind Seer, at least as far as the builds I've got them in right now, is superior to Duchess, but that's just because of the total number of stats that they have. Duchess is built for a very specific thing for her. I have to run her with a second res or a healer, and I don't have either one of those on this team. And a res being unbooked just does not make her viable to pick someone up. She would lean too heavily on Yumiko. Let's take a look and see what the next wave is. If it's not something that's insane, we'll pull Venomage out, and we'll put Dark Kale in. Yeah, no, in my opinion, in your traditional dungeons, Contra would be perfectly fine, should be perfectly viable as a nuker, provided you run it with someone that gives you a defense up. So like a Mausoleum Mage, or a Doom Screech, for example. The Void Rare, the Bat, would be a great choice. It also gives you a turn meter boost. Dark Tail would not be a good fit for this because of the affinity, but I have an answer to that. I've got a solution to that. Compliments to the token trader. We got us a Toon Lord. So let's see how this goes. Come in with the smacks. That's what we want to see. Contra's tanking. That's what I want from her. I want her to be a DPS that can take a hit, which is something that Contra's able to do. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm looking for Contra, specifically in Doom Tower, in a nuke build, paired up with someone who's able to just throw out a crap ton of debuffs. If I don't need to run a defense down, I don't want to. But I do want to start getting some damage out of Contra because I don't need that control comp anymore. I've got Mithrala for that. I got Medusa here. She's got me covered in that front. I just need extra oomph, some extra damage. Contra can do that for me. And I also need to build as a DPS who can take a hit. As y'all are seeing, she's able to do that too. Now, no, this is working great. Let's go ahead and manual this. I don't want to blow through all of my skills. And naturally, we've blown through all of our skills. So now we have to withstand this first slap. Hey, Blindseer. It's all on you. No, don't res. No, Blindseer, don't res. That's fine. Let's put up a shield. Okay, skills are on cooldown. Blindseer still up. Okay, we're back in this thing. That was touch and go. Thankfully, Blindseer has a healing mechanism. Now I just need Blindseer to stop tanking. Contra, give me some provokes. Thank you very much. Okay, we are back in this thing. Let's go manual. Please don't use all of your skills too early. That's not what we want to have happen. One more turn for the res, but that's fine. Yumiko's got her skills up and ready to go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got the weaken, we got the defense down, we got the slows, we got debuffs for days. Yeah, no, this is good. It was kind of hairy there on that second run. I thought Blindseer was going to die. It was like, no, please, no, don't kill my Blindseer. Fortunately, we're still up. We're standing strong. We are chunking through, and we are doing some work. Keep on going. Neutral affinity. That's Santa Claus. That's unfortunate. Lissandra's return meter control, that's even more unfortunate. Thankfully, Contra will be tanking those naturally. Let's take Tomb Lord out. Just trying to go with a little bit of a more accessible team. We will do Dark Cable. Yeah, I say accessible whenever I'm rocking Yumiko. Yeah, I get it. It's not lost on me. I'm hearing you. I'm picking it up. Got the debuffs extended. Oh, that's unfortunate. They got the cleanse off. That's okay. Got a petrification debuff with your name on it. The problem is going to be Lysandra. The good news is they don't really have a healing mechanism. In Contra, in this new build, she is doing decent damage. She is also helping with control. Dark Hill is doing some work here as well. See here. But also, though, one thing I want to kind of keep in mind, we're still 2 minutes in on the first wave, which is difficult. It's about to get even more difficult with those continuous heals. This is why we need a seer, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a time sink. I mean, the run's not in any kind of jeopardy at all. We're going to get through it. There's no way that we can't. It's just going to take forever. Lysandra being able to deflect the debuffs makes life a lot harder because this team works of what you're seeing right here. It works off of the poisons. The poisons that just got deflected onto Contra. So that's fine. We got block buffs up. Contra's tanking instead of Dark Kale, so we got that going for us. No, a team that I like to run a lot is a all-void team using either Inquisitor Shamal as a single target nuker or using a Boro to kind of go through. Inquisitor's nice because he can reduce the duration of a buff with his A1. Oboro's actually really good because she just steal buffs whenever she's under a veil. It's just taking forever, so... I will show you that team. I don't know if it's going to actually be any faster or not. I'm going to assume that it will be. Lydia's block revival help. We got defense down. Got the attack up. Boro slaps. Doom Tower Hard is... It's aptly named, I guess is the best way I can put it. It is definitely some of the most difficult content in the game. And so we are relying on the petrification debuff for our control here. We're just sustaining with the shields. We're using Yumiko to increase their cooldowns. And one's down a minute 8 into the fight. Like Lydia might be about to go down, which is fine if she does. Blind Seer will pick her back up. Ugh, Yumiko got hexed and petrified. That's fine though. Let's just go to A1. Let's get some cooldowns back. Boro did get us through here faster. That is beyond a doubt. For those of y'all that have a Boro, if you got her in the vault, do yourself a favor, take her out. She slaps. She freaking smacks. And she does it all. She can potentially AoE defense down on an A1. She can steal buffs. She has a self-revive mechanic with kind of like Catraxo, which is really nice. Her multipliers are fantastic. She just hits. That's the best way I can put it. She simply hits. But I would still really love to have a Seer right now, because this is already be over. I would not be boring y'all with these atrocious waves if I had a Seer. I could fix that problem. Go with Archmage Helmet, Yumiko, Seer, Renegade, blow up one wave, get to the second one, reset, do it again. The third wave would be a little bit trickier, but I think it'll be okay. But the good news is, I mean, this does work. Is it slow? Yeah, it's slow. But this is living proof. You do not need to have a seer to push through Doom Tower hard. Does it make your life easier? Yes. Yes, it does. I'm looking at you, Plaguebane. If you're going to use your seer, if I could borrow her, that would be really good. Or XDev, since you have 5 of them. If you could do your boy here, Putinbot, a favor, and let me borrow one. Whoops, go away. That's not what I wanted. If you could make that happen, I would appreciate it. How dare you steal my bets? How dare you? Here we go again. Now it's just a beat down. The good news is that this run is not going to be in any jeopardy. It's just going to take forever. Which, I mean, that's really the biggest complaint, honestly, that I have with Raid Shadow Legends in regards to Doom Tower Hard and the Hydra. It simply takes too freaking long. It takes too much time. Now, I've been streaming now for like an hour, 15 minutes or so. We did a couple of dungeon runs testing out Contra. And now we are here just trogging through these Doom Tower hard waves. I cannot think of a single reason why it should ever take this long. I just can't. I don't understand it. I don't think anyone on the enemy team is even dead yet. Not one of them is. You don't want to run a team that scales with debuffs against Lysandra because she deflects them back onto you. You need to have a defense down as a result. Now at least you're starting to make some progress. You're chunking them down. There's Blind Seer doing her thing. And now it's just a matter of time before the Lysandras go down. I do think we'll end this Raid Shadow Legends stream here. And then I think what we're going to do is I'm going to start doing some Baldur's Gate 3 streaming using the Bard. Larian has done a couple of hot fixes. It looks really nice with what they've done. They're able to fix some of the more game-breaking bugs. Let's see what this next one is. Ew, that's disgusting. That's harsh. But yeah, I'm not going to do any more Doom Tower right now, I don't believe. Instead, I think what we're going to do is that we're going to call it here. I'm going to take a short break. And then we'll do some Baldur's Gate 3. Y'all, I want to thank y'all so much for coming by and stopping. This is your host, Putinbot. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. And I will see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.